Help.
We will hear from Red Cross officials on how the agency is able to help with food, shelter, and more. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. One day after an apartment fire, several families are still without a place to live.
According to the Red Cross of West Central Ohio, they've helped 19 families by providing food, clothes, and shelter while they're unable to return to their apartments at Mount Vernon after the late afternoon fire yesterday, which started in a kitchen, sending two to the hospital. The executive director of the Red Cross of West Central Ohio, Derek Steeman, says that there's quite a process in making sure that people have the help they need while waiting to go home.
Whenever we respond to any disaster, our disaster responders will provide that immediate emergency assistance to those impacted by the fire, but then our client caseworkers will continue to work with them in the days and weeks that follow to make sure that their needs are being met and to work with our community resources and partners to make sure all those needs are met in a timely manner.
Steeman says that it's still a little too early to know how long some of the families will have to wait before being able to move back into their. An out-of-state man is being charged in the drug overdose death of a Lima man. 24-year-old Kurt Van Meter is facing a 3-count indictment from the Allen County grand jury. It includes involuntary manslaughter, corrupting another with drugs, and trafficking in heroin. According to Lima Police Detective Steve Sexschulte, first responders were called to a possible drug overdose on November 24, 2017 at 960 St. John's Avenue. 62-year-old Frank Coleman was coding and taken to Lima Memorial Health System where he died. Police were able to find Van Meter within 2.5 hours after Coleman died as the person that supplied him with a white powdery substance believed to be heroin with an opiate. Authorities are awaiting test results for confirmation.
To juveniles.
Still pretty cold out there today.
Awful cold out there. Let's check with Jesse Meg in the Weather Center for the latest. Hi, Jesse.
Hey guys, we're looking at breeze picking up just a little bit out there. We're seeing warmer temperatures try to make their way back into the region here, and overhead we're looking at what cirrus clouds are moving into the region from the north here right now. Temperatures holding steady at about 15 to 16 degrees around the region. We're going to see those climbing up as well as we go throughout the rest of the night here tonight and into tomorrow. So the breeze is definitely going to be picking up over the next couple of days. We're getting sunshine back into the region and much warmer weather. I'll tell you more about that in just a little bit.
That sounds great. Thanks, Jesse. After the snow falls, it's important that those within the city limits in Lima are taking time to make sure that the sidewalks are clear.
Susan Crotty with the Department of Community Development says that snow removal warning letters are being mailed out this week, reminding citizens to get out the shovels and clean off their sidewalks. Citizens are asked that snow is removed 4 hours after the snow has finished falling in daylight hours, as some people need to use those sidewalks to get around.
We do have people who utilize the sidewalks for transportation. Sometimes we have people with wheelchairs, mobility devices. They can't just step through the snow as easily. So, we do ask that you be aware that people are using the sidewalks. They need to be able to get through.
For now, just notices are being sent out, but those could turn into fines if the sidewalks are not taken care of.
And with all the icy conditions we've seen lately, folks are more prone to falling down. Lorena Zenz of Lima Memorial Health System gave some tips on how to reduce your chance of injury if you fall down. She said there is no proper way to fall, but if you know that you're about to fall, you should bend your knees to lessen the height. Zenz recommends not to catch yourself with your arms because you could seriously injure them. Instead, you should cross your arms over your chest and tuck your head to your chest. Lastly, she says to fall on your side. It's much safer than landing on your front or your back.
It's kind of best to try to fall with it. Again, with all those suggestions I talked about earlier to try to prevent an injury from happening. You're going to fall, you're going to fall. Be smart. Wear, if you know it's icy out, don't wear high heels for women, and wear boots, wear flat shoes, wear things that you can try to prevent yourself from falling. Walk away from areas that you can see as purely ice as well.
Zen said for minor injuries, you can go to one of Lima Memorial's walk-in care clinic from 8 to 8, Monday through Friday.
To avoid losing food during power outages.
Coming up on your news now at 6, a former Cleveland mayor and longtime Ohio congressman now officially in the race for governor.
And a local educator and his staff getting honors from Crime Victim Services. We'll take you along next.